If you've ever hired a content writer, you know the pain. Weeks of posting job ads, screening endless resumes, and still ending up back at square one. Traditional recruiting is slow, expensive, and stressful. But what if you could bypass all that and get vetted top-tier talent in 24 hours? Today, we're breaking down the content writer role, the skills and tools they need, what salaries actually look like, and a smarter way to hire globally. Let's get into it. So what exactly makes a modern content writer? By definition, content writers produce high-quality written material to drive audience engagement and action. They aren't just filling up blank pages with words. They're adapting a brand-specific voice to speak to diverse audiences, whether that's complex B2B technical writing or super snappy web copy, all to get a very specific measurable result. Let's break down the content writer job description into their day-to-day reality. They research and develop content aligned with brand goals, conducting thorough accuracy research because this is highly strategic work, not just creative fluff. They collaborate with teams to meet strategic objectives, constantly working with marketing and design to produce quality content across varied channels. And maybe most importantly for the bottom line, they measure content performance and optimize based on data to actually prove and improve their ROI. This role is literally the engine for a company's digital growth. To pull all of that off, top-tier content writers need a very specific set of non-negotiables. We're talking proven experience in copywriting or technical writing, excellent communication, and really strong analytical skills. Understanding these content writer skills is crucial when hiring content writers for your team. But you really have to consider those last 2 points: a deep understanding of SEO principles and the ability to manage multiple projects simultaneously. Top writers have to be incredibly self-motivated and organized, mainly because they're thriving in fast-paced environments where suddenly shifting priorities is just part of a typical Tuesday. And let me tell you, they're definitely not doing all this with just Microsoft Word. Their daily tech stack is extensive. Proficiency in CMS platforms like WordPress and HubSpot is pretty much the industry standard now. SEO expertise with tools like Ahrefs and SEMrush is essential for navigating optimization and analytics. And for strong writing skills using Grammarly and Hemingway, they leverage these platforms in the actual writing and editing process. To make all that crazy cross-team collaboration actually happen, they're living inside Trello, Asana, and Slack. Familiarity with these platforms is absolutely non-negotiable for a modern writer if they want to hit the ground running. When you're crafting your content writer job description, make sure to highlight these essential tools and skills. Okay, let's get into the numbers and talk about the content writer salary. According to Indeed, if you're looking at the average domestic salary for a content writer in the US, it varies wildly based on specialization and where they're located. For highly experienced specialized writers, that can scale all the way up to $41.57 per hour. When you take that number, multiply it out over a full-time schedule, and then stack on benefits and taxes, those domestic costs become a really massive hurdle for startups and mid-sized companies that are just trying to scale their content output. But what if you could just bypass those sky-high domestic costs entirely? For US-based companies, hiring globally can actually reduce these expenses by up to 70%. Yes, 70%. And that is without sacrificing a single ounce of quality or professionalism. This is the financial reality that's currently driving so many smart founders to completely rethink how they build their teams. Let's just compare traditional hiring side by side with a modern solution. Traditionally, you're looking at weeks of posting and screening, paying those expensive domestic rates we literally just talked about, and dealing with all the complex compliance and onboarding completely on your own. It's slow, expensive, and complex. But the Pearl Talent model is fast, affordable, and simple. They provide hand-picked, pre-vetted profiles in just 24 hours. You pay a simple flat monthly rate, and they handle the onboarding and the payroll for you. It basically replaces all that hiring friction with instant momentum. Pearl Talent sources, vetted content writers, and other high-quality global professionals quickly and cost-effectively. giving you access to the top 1% of pre-vetted professionals from regions that are incredibly rich in talent. Places like Latin America, the Philippines, Southeast Asia, and South Africa. And think about the risk mitigation here. There are 0 long-term contracts. If someone isn't the perfect fit, they provide free replacements. Plus, all of that incredibly tricky international payroll and compliance is totally handled for you. They have virtually removed every single barrier to building an elite global team. To really understand the real-world impact of this, just consider this feedback from an investor at Climate Capital. They noted that their Pearl talent-sourced EA Plus has been a literal force multiplier to their team, allowing them to shore up their back-end and daily operations so they can actually focus on growth. And honestly, that is exactly what the right hire should do. When you bring in a highly skilled, pre-vetted professional that quickly, they aren't just taking off tasks. They become a true force multiplier that frees up your core team to actually grow the business. So if you're ready to skip the recruiting stress and build a world-class team without the headaches, head to pearltalent.com. Whether you need a content writer, an executive assistant, or an operations manager, Pearl Talent connects you with vetted global professionals in 24 hours. If this was helpful, like the video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.